right, we're live, pal. It's up to you, bro.
All right, thanks so much, Dan. Thank you, everyone, for attending Factory on 11 here at the Monster Factory. This is our presser, so feel free to ask any questions you want. We are not in character. Everyone is going to answer just like the regular person that they are. So let's get started. Raise your hand if you have a question. I'll come over to you. What's your name and what's your question?
My name is Bennett, and I was wondering, how did it feel going against Baldy?
Who are you asking? Who's that question you're aiming that to?
By Baldy, you mean God of Dad Bod? That guy? Oh, I thought he said, I was going to say, I haven't had that chance yet. Baldy, God of Dad Bod, is awesome. He is a freaking teddy bear to start off with. So he's really good at coming in here and roar, Reptar, I'm a monster. But anytime that we have to work together and piece things together, he is so accommodating. He is so malleable, which means like, yeah, whatever you want to do, we can do this. That's a good idea. We can do that. I thought this too. He's a great, say, artist to collaborate with because, I mean, that is what we're doing. And he realizes that. He's a huge guy, and there's a lot of people that you bump into who wrestle, who that's all they want to do is show how big they are. God of Dad Bod, Sam has no problem playing the fool, looking ridiculous. It's awesome working with him. It's awesome. Every time that I'm like, hey, I'm partnered up with him, this is going to be a breeze. He makes it easy.
And Brian Morris had to head out. So did Marvelous, and so did DK. Got a Dad Bod. They all had another booking at 1C. And what's that? And Mike Z. They all had to dip out. They had another booking. So big ups to 1CW letting us hold on to your guys a little longer. And then we had to, and then we said, just get out of here. So, all right, what's up next?
Who's next? Show of hands. All right. What's your name and what's your question?
My name is Ian, and what inspired you to be a wrestler?
And who are you asking that question to, Ian? Who would you like to respond? Mimi.
So I'm actually a more recent wrestling fan than most people here. I started watching wrestling in 2016. My sister found it on YouTube, and as a high school girl does, she thought Roman Reigns was really hot. So she was like, hey, you gotta watch this. This guy's really hot. And I was like, no, this is actually just really cool. And I immediately got really into women's wrestling. Massive Sasha Banks girly. Everyone knows this. I don't talk about it like more than once a day, maybe. So very excited to see her killing it in another company. But just watching like that women's evolution and seeing those matches that were just such masterpieces, I had to do it. It was so cool, and it's the perfect blend. I always tell people this of like girly and like tomboyish, because I get to go do my makeup and I get to get glammed, and then I get to get thrown over a wall and fall 15 feet. And what's a more perfect combination than that? You know, that's for me. And I always knew it was. It just felt right.
Thanks so much, Mimi. Who else has a question? All right, what's your name and what's your question?
My name is Logan, and I was thinking about training here, and what do I need to do?
All right, how old are you?
14.
You're already ready because we have a juniors program, 10 to 17 years old. So it's mom and dad has to sign you up, and you come here on Saturdays at 11 a.m. and get started. There's your coach right here. And then what we do is during the week, as long as mom and dad are right and they drop you off and they stay here a while, you get to come and train with us. We have 2 or 3 juniors every day that come in and train with us at night as well. Especially, it's awesome in the summertime because this way you don't have to worry about missing school and all that stuff and being up late. Also, in the summertime, we also have summer camps, and those who sign up in the juniors program actually get to do the summer camp for free. That's part of it included. So it's a lifetime membership, $9.99, just every year is $260 as you go on. If you want to stop, you just stop paying. If you want to come and go longer, just go longer. We have people that have been here 5, 7, 8 years. Most wrestling schools, that would have cost you about 80 grand. With us, it costs you about 2. So that's what we're just all about, like helping out and finding like a feeder program, like the way Paulsboro has the feeder program for amateur wrestling. We wanted that us to become that for pro wrestling. So that's why we opened it up for the juniors. So it's a matter of signing up and showing up. That's it.
Yeah, well, can I just say, because
All right, don't kill that pitch though. That was a pretty
no, I
good
was going to
pitch.
say,
Okay.
because to put over Nick, who also runs, he helped run last year's summer camp, and working with him on Sundays for Open Ring, helping train the newer kids as well, you're in extremely good hands. Like, very, very good hands. I don't think he gets enough credit on, like, how good he is with the newer students and with the kids, so.
Yep. Yep. Give him the mic, because he's like, I don't need the mic, but I'll barely get this out.
Is Brett Waters going to get a rematch for the title?
Well, if Goldie's not champion, because he agreed to, that would be his last championship match. Yeah, but like everything changes. Like it's pro wrestling, you know. Like literally, like we could just like wake up and just be like, hey, it was a dream sequence. That match never happened. Why? Because it's not real. We can just create it. Like if we wanted to, we could make this a world championship. Why? It's not real. We could just say we defended in this country, that place, this place. Just change what this place looks like every time. So we don't know yet. I would be. I want to see them cook. I like watching them two wrestle. It's just that like what was going on with the Texas tornado and everything. We were like, that's gonna be like the match probably. So we didn't want to like overshadow that. So that's why we lessened it and put it further in the card and had what happened. So it's just the way the everything worked. And this match wouldn't have even happened if Bobby didn't get injured. Like Bobby got injured, so then everything changed. The story had to change. Everything shifted. Like Xander wasn't supposed to win the Supersonic Championship, but he did because everything had to change. So we just shifted everything. So they weren't supposed to win the tag belts either. So that's the way it is.
All right, next question. What is your name and what is your question?
My name is Jackson. I'm wondering what was going through your mind when you got pushed off the ladder.
Great question from Mimi. Go ahead.
Well, the general answer is not much is going through my mind at any given moment. But I was pretty confident in that because that was a call I had made when I first found out. As he said, cards always change. When we first found out we were doing this again, I was like, well, the last time I got written off, I got chokeslammed through a table off the second rope. So, like, how do you go crazier than that? And the only logical answer I saw was, oh, okay, I'll just get thrown off a ladder back to the middle of nowhere. Full transparency, there's a crash pad back there. It doesn't do very much. It's about the size of your bed's mattress. It helps. It helps. I practiced a similar bump at training off the ladder just to see how it felt. I was like, this is manageable. And honestly, when I did it, I was just like, oh, this is nice. They have to wrestle another 10 minutes, and I'm done. So yeah, the bump honestly wasn't that bad. It was a little scary. You know, you're making sure you got to clear the curtains. That was all I was worried about. But once I hit the crash pad, it wasn't that bad. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, I was worried about the camera getting hit.
The camera did not get hit. No cameras were harmed in the making of this.
Hard cam is like a foot within it, and when I saw them, I was like, please, because I could just
The
see
camera's
Desmond's
fine.
arm or something happen, and yep.
Desmond did perfect. The
Yes, he
camera
did.
was good. Oh yeah, he wants to talk about what was going through his head when he threw me off a ladder.
I just wanted to be sure you cleared the curtain. That was my biggest concern. I'll be real honest. The only reason I was there is because I desperately wanted to be in this match. I was like, I don't care if I have to like go through some, get hit with some. I was just like, I want to be part of the excitement. So when they first introduced World Renowned, and I found out on a random TRL that it was gonna be Brian and Nick, and I was like, oh, so disappointing. But they were generous enough to include me, so I thank Mimi for that, and Travis, and the rest of you guys for getting me involved. You gave me the scariest spot, but hey, also that window didn't feel very good either. But hey, I'm just glad Mimi was okay.
Yeah, told us that. We almost missed the shot.
Oh, of all the people that were listening on production, that was crazy.
Thank you so much. Who has the next question? What is your name and what's your question?
Met him. Bennett, 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 Bennett.
What's your question, Bennett? He can't do his job.
When Mimi fell off the ladder, how did it feel, TJ beating up the guy that threw her off the ladder?
For one, it felt wonderful. But for two, I was like, hope she's not, back there.
I don't know if he saw it, but when he was still up there, I went for a double thumbs up from the pool. I don't think he saw it, but I did.
But no, it was fun beating him up. I'd love to beat him up again anytime. I don't think I make weight for that, I'll be honest. Walk? I mean, if you want to, I'll do it.
All right, who's next up? Now, I haven't talked to you yet, so I don't know. So what is your name and what is your question?
My name is Steven. Hey. And my question is actually for Nick Petit. I know your partner's not here, but how does it feel to win the titles?
It always feels good to be given something like that. I was more excited with putting on the show. And now I'm even more excited to see what his plans are with what we're going to do with who. And the cool thing is that he'll come up to you and say, so what ideas? What are you thinking? And you'll throw things around, and he'll say, well, I was thinking this. And then you can combine those ideas, get rid of what's not necessary, figure out a direction, and go there. So obviously today was one of the biggest days. I've never done a match like this, never performed for that long, or won anything under these conditions. What's up? Yeah, you know what? Enough. It's true. But no, in all seriousness, it feels great. It always feels great to be told, hey, we're giving you this platform, we're giving you this pedestal.
And give it up for Nick. So, and to go with that, what I told them is I wanted the belts on them because I want to see WrestleMania week body snatchers versus world renowned. So that's what's happening WrestleMania week. And we've been here. And let them just have a good old school tag team match, light it up. The same I grew up loving Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express feuds, and Horror Foundation, the Bulldogs, all that stuff. Feuds, tag team feuds are my shit. Oh my stuff. Sorry, kids. Sorry, kids. I'm trying. Still trying. So that's why we did that, and that's why this match, I was like, all right, the belt's got to go on world renowned, so then we can have body snatchers chasing them going into Mania week. So that's how it worked out.
Awesome. Who's next? Next question. What's your no? It's Bennett. Bennett, what's your question?
How does it feel for Goldie to be the best wrestler in this place?
Ladies and gentlemen, our Lord and Savior, Goldie.
How does it feel? Feels good. It's a good time. It's good to carry this place on my back. No, but for real, it is a testament to be able to hold the Monster Factory Championship. You see the people. I blew myself up doing that. Walking out. You've seen the people on the wall who've held the title before, and to be able to, be in that position, and hopefully one day be in the position that they're in, like Damian Priest, QT Marshall, that would be really cool. Thanks for the question. That was the best question of the night.
Thanks so much, Bennett and Goldie. Who's next? Another question. I'm going to come back here. Get my steps in, absolutely, thank you. What's your name and what's your question?
My name is Viviana. My question is for Brett. How does it feel to be August's first handout high five?
I think he was one of the first babies I've ever picked up. I've never met a baby before him. So I guess it's a real honor that we really share these two firsts. If you have the picture, please post it again of me holding the baby, because it's not pretty. So it feels good.
Thanks, Brett. Who's next?
That's a shirt right there. I never met a baby before.
First time caller, long time listener. What's your name and what's your question?
My name is Gianna, and I was wondering, when will Bobby be back?
Great question.
Yeah, we're actually texting Bobby right now, but it might be like a year. Yeah. Yeah, he might have to get surgery. It might be so it might be a year. But we'll have him here doing some stuff, and we'll have him in some meet and greets and have him helping out in production and doing commentary and stuff. Because Bobby loves this place. Bobby is this place. Bobby's what this place is about. So he'll be all right. He'll be fine. It's just, another one of those roadblocks. He's still a young kid.
Yeah, I actually just found that out because I was just like, man, like by SummerSlam, like what? He goes, nah, man, 2025. And my jaw dropped, and he goes, it's all good. I'm still gonna be here. So that's Bobby. That makes sense. Like that reaction makes sense. Like I was more upset than him. He goes, man, I can still talk. I can still be Bobby. It's not like my jaw's broken. I can still eat. That's oh, thank you so much, Lucas.
You just got to get that big ass smile out.
All right. Back over here. What's your name and what's your question?
My name's Connor, and my question is, what was your thought process when you got thrown through a wall?
So my thought process was, I hope the wall part falls out, or he's just gonna throw me continuously into a wall. So we just had to make sure that that wall piece over there has 5 latches on them, and we had to make sure they were all off, or else I was not going through that wall. You know what? Honestly, I was a little nervous. I wasn't sure how I was going to land. I'm gonna tell you now, it sucks. I landed shoulder first, right on top of the wood. So my thought process is, I wonder when I'm gonna get TJ back. I don't know.
You
what you're talking about.
you guys got to watch it on YouTube. Like the shot of it looks so good because I caught it at last second. Like I heard the noise and went to it, and all you see is like the thing go down and your face. So it looks like a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I've never had so many people check up on me before. It was awesome.
I wasn't concerned at all.
Maybe I should have hit the hard cam. I don't know.
I liked it because it was a callback to Primal Fear versus Money is Inevitable, except Matt went in the other way, and that's not supposed to...
So it's funny you say that, because our original plan was to do it the exact same way, except I never got the measurements of the window. So the stuff we brought in was not big enough for the window. So we're like, let's throw them the other way. Let's see what happens.
I had no clue what's happening.
All right. Hello again. Your question is?
Have anyone on the ladder elbow slammed?
You can elbow off the ladder?
Yeah.
We've had.
Or just like elbow slammed anywhere?
You know what? Matter of fact, tell him to put me in the ladder match. I'll do it for you.
Yeah. For WrestleMania week, he's in a ladder match, and he'll do one for you. That's the deal. You got it? You have to be here, though. You got to be here, though. So you got to cut.
You're on the record now.
You got to cut school. It's at 3 o'clock on what is it? Wednesday? Thursday. So you got to cut out of school early.
Cheers to truancy. Who else? Who has another? Who has a question?
This is for Classy, my favorite wrestler here at the Monster Factory. when your foot, the back of your boot hit Brian Morris in the head, if he didn't have that helmet on, would he crack his head with your big foot?
It's highly possible. Highly possible. Yeah, no, that was the first thing that, I mean, I felt my foot hit his helmet, and then I immediately was like, he should be okay, but I still leaned over. I was like, are you good?
You tapped him.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, you good? He's like, I'm wearing a helmet.
Was the helmet on purpose, or was that just pure coincidence?
I mean, that wasn't supposed to, like, me hitting him in the head with my foot wasn't supposed to happen, so I'm glad he had the helmet, because if he didn't, who knows what, like, we might have changed everything right there.
All right. Back to you.
Xander, how much did you enjoy stealing the pizza crust of a little girl who waited while her mom ate the pizza and all she wanted was the crust?
Oh, damn. Oh.
Answer your critics.
I honestly thought she had ate the pizza and didn't want the crust. So I looked at it as an opportunity because I was telling everybody in the back, I was asking people if they had snacks because I needed something. And the crust was just right there. I missed it at first and I thought she was going to snatch it, then I grabbed it and it was good. It was honestly good. I enjoyed it, but I didn't realize that she wanted the crust. Yeah, I owe you. Well, Dan owes you. But yeah, we'll give you some crust. Yeah.
I got you. Somebody fish crust out of trash.
Other questions? All right, one more.
Who came up with the bubble wrap idea?
So once it was clear that Bobby was not going to be able to be involved in the match, we were like, it's probably going to be us, world renowned. And I was like, all the crazy stuff that they did last match with the cans and the doors and the tables and the fire, there was no fire. But I was like, my character would come out with bubble wrap because, I'm not doing that. And Brian goes, that's amazing. We should do that. So not even announced yet, I was like, well, if I'm put in that situation, that's what I would do. And it was supposed to be ridiculous and goofy, and I can tell by your smile that you liked it, so.
It was like, he brought in, it looked like a spool of like cable. Like egregiously big amount of bubble wrap.
That means a lot.
Yeah, right. Sorry, I should have clarified.
She did. When we were back there getting ready and piecing it all together, Mimi and Max, like in particular, were like, it's gotta be it's gotta look like you guys really put this work into it. So, yeah, he had the helmet. But clap it up for Mimi and Max because they did a heck of a job helping us pull that goofy little stunt off.
And I'll fill you guys in on like the how something can screw with my head because like I'm no, but it's like I want everything to be a certain way and things should be a certain way. So like we let the students and wrestlers have like freedom to do this and to do that, and I didn't know that they were doing the bubble wrap, so I was like, oh, I saw it and I was like, oh, that's great. And in my head I'm like, they can't go out last because it's going to be a comedy bit before going into a serious match, and you shouldn't do that. And number two, they're winning it, so now they're taking the heat away from the people like, the body snatchers and all that we're going to have come out last. So, like, literally, like, that's why the music, you'll see it. It'll dip and then stop and then go again because I'm trying to figure out why that's not going on. And then I yelled at them afterwards. But, like, that's my mindset of, like, you shouldn't, there's a reason why you do things, and it should have been them coming out comedy, everybody laughing, and then body snatchers coming out and dropping bodies on the ground and then getting in the ring and them running away. Because, yes, instead they came into the ring laughing and joking when they're about to face people like the body snatchers. So that's why I flipped out and yelled at them a lot. I did, a lot.
All right, any other questions?
Wait, don't shy away. I saw you. I hand went up. You tried to hide.
Your name and your question, please.
My name's Gracie, and this is for Dad Bod. Can you change your name to Gargamel from the Smurfs?
or Frank Zappa? Easy, easy.
I'm not gonna do that.
All right, debuting next Friday, it's Gargamel.
I'll do it. I'll do it for the kids. You know. Like,
Next time, just say yes and then pray we all forget.
Oh. All right. One more question from Bennett. Yes.
I'm making this question for TJ. How did it feel when you slammed the door on the people?
All right, so real quick, have anybody noticed how awesome this kid has gotten progressively better and more command on the mic as the night went on? Give it up for my man getting his reps in. Getting his reps in. Like, seriously, he like grabbed this. He goes, yeah, this one's for TJ. And like, he laid it all out. All right, get it, TJ.
All
you
the
better,
questions.
You better answer to Bennett.
I love how all the questions for TJ have just been, how did it feel to kill that guy?
So besides just throwing them through the door feeling wonderful, I feel oddly good at buying doors now. Like, that's 2 shows in a row. Like, I know the exact measurements I need. Like, I just walked in like, oh, yeah, 3 of these, and I headed out. I'm like, they know where wrestlers like, oh my God, you're throwing someone through this? That's awesome. But yeah, that was a exactly. I wish he doesn't even get one.
All right. Any other questions? Oh, one more. All right.
We're going to do one more, and then we're going to do hangout pictures, play some music, hang out, whatever you guys want to do, and then dip out, and we got to clean up. Cool? Cool.
Awesome.
My name is Ian. And last round, who came up with the can idea?
Yes.
Yeah, that was DK, Body Snatcher, God of Dad Bod, Sam, whatever you want to call him. He's crazy. There's a specific subgenre of like very deathmatchy wrestling that you would say I'd say not many people touch on here, myself included. I'm not trying to get all cut up, but DK's crazy, and he was like, I want to do this. He was very cool about like no one else is touching it. He's not going to get anyone else cut up, but he was very adamant, and we actually had to convince him not to do it again this time. That he wanted to take the cut open cans and get thrown into them. But today he's going to wrestle in Delaware, and you can't bleed in Delaware. So we were like, dude, you really shouldn't get cut open and then drive to wrestle in Delaware. So no soda cans today. Always DK's idea.
Yeah, that's real quick the context of like Brian Morris, Mike Z, like Dan said beginning. Like they did this, and now they're gonna do more. So they're about it. Give it up for them.
All right, everybody. One more question, and then we're going to dip out and do a meet and greet and stuff. But just wanted to remind you guys, every Friday we're here at 9 o'clock. We start at 9:10. It shows over by 10:10, and then just get out of here. And it's a free night of wrestling, family-friendly stuff. And then also we have Mania Week coming up. So we're going to be here all week. We're going to have seminars. We're going to have people coming in, meet and greets, autograph signings, opportunity for you guys to watch training, plus shows running all week. So just keep us in mind for WrestleMania Week. It's just a million things going through my head right now. But I saw somebody with a hand up, so get one more question, and then let's do the meet and greet and play some music.
All right. Your question is?
My question is for Twitch. What was it like working with Cheeseburger?
That was a match I've wanted to have for a very, very long time. I felt the kind of excitement I felt was the same way going into the 2300 arena, but just because like what we have on the horizon with WrestleMania Week and just so many cool things happening. So the fun, well, not fun, but Burger. There was a time where I kind of had a falling out with Dan, and I wasn't training here, and Burger opened his doors stuff out, I had a home. So I'm always grateful to Burger. And also, I beat the crap out of his students enough times that like it just made enough sense. I'm very grateful to Danny for putting this match together. I did.
Burger gets booked, and he immediately texts us I don't know if I should be asking you this, but I just wanted to know. I've always wanted to work with Cheeseburger. Can you please work with Cheeseburger?
Yeah, and you're like, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
And then my anxiety went up. Like, oh no.
Yeah, because I immediately when I booked him, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna put him with Twitch. I knew that right away. But it's fun to just let people embarrass themselves a little bit and feel awkward, man.
Oh, that's
what I'm here
just
for.
Tuesday for me.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday or any day that ends with a Y.
Yeah. But yeah, that match meant a lot, and I was so happy with how it came out. So.
Yeah, Burger's the man, Twitch is the man. Everybody give it up, and we're gonna hang out, play some music, and walk around, record some stuff. Oh yeah, happy 316 day.